Alright lads, it is the Metagoblin here, and today we're continuing that series where we try to evaluate how better World of Warcraft can work in all of its features. So today's topic is professions. Now the problem with professions is the grinding requirement for a start. Say I wanted to level blacksmithing, I'll probably have to get mining as well to even start to level my blacksmithing, and it takes ages to level my blacksmithing. It takes ages to level my mining. You have to go into the world, you have to mine nodes in a certain zone for like an hour. I mean, that's horrible. There should be, there is a little bit of a catch-up system in place now, but it doesn't really work as well. And the fact that you need a gathering profession to level your profession, it's a little poo, let's be honest. And the gathering profession shouldn't actually be a profession. They should just be a thing, like a passive that everyone can do. So that you can get two primary professions, and you shouldn't even have to gather nodes and herbs in the world to level your professions. There should be a different method to actually level your professions. And another thing I don't like is why you can only have two professions. And why not up that number a bit? I mean, there's been professions put into the game. I mean, why can't you just get a few more, if you know what I mean? So I was thinking there should be a 5-stage leveling system. One stage for like each expansion, rather than just like leveling your profession to level 700. It's just daft. I was thinking you don't level up your profession by just constantly making stuff. Fair enough, that's kind of like a legit way, but I was thinking of making it a little bit more immersive and story focused. Perhaps you go to someone in Stormwind, you say, right, I want to be trained as a smith. And this bloke says, yeah, okay, fine. If you want to be trained as a smith, first of all, you're going to need your blacksmithing hammer. So then he tells you to go out into the world. Perhaps you have to kill a troll to gather some kind of resource from a troll to make like a really dog's bollocks like blacksmithing hammer. And once you've done that, you come back and he says, right, you look like a worthy blacksmith. I'll train you. And then you get a cutscene of this bloke in Stormwind training you to become a blacksmith, and there you go up to the first stage, or level 300, and that's how you level up. And then he says, right, there's nothing I can teach you. You're a better smith than me, nearly. Go to Ironforge, where the best smiths in the land are. Go there, and there's a dwarf smith there who can teach you a few things. So you go to this dwarf smith. Perhaps you're like stage 4 and you talk to a dwarf smith. He says, right, you need to do this. Perhaps it gives you a quest to go into an old dungeon, and then in that old dungeon it'll like scale up to your level, so that you have to solo this boss, or you could bring a group. I was thinking maybe implementing scenarios into it, but maybe you have to solo a boss. Maybe it's a bit like the Brawler's Guild and you have to actually use some skill to defeat this boss, to obtain some item to make your blacksmithing hammer even better. Perhaps it works like those artifact weapons which are coming in Legion. Perhaps your blacksmithing tools or your enchanting tools, your ruined copper rod, work in the same way. So perhaps each stage, each like quest you get is all about improving your copper rod. Like for instance, I don't know if this is still a thing, you had to actually upgrade your copper rod in enchanting to like get the better enchants. You just made it with mats, but perhaps you have to actually follow a quest line, and each time your profession tools get better and better. Perhaps you have a sewing machine, I don't know, for tailoring, and then your skill increases, and then you get to max level. So you get these cutscenes of you learning to be a better smith or a better enchanter. Someone's teaching you it. It's just much more of a realistic and immersive, story-focused way. I think it's a better way to do it. Another problem with professions is learning the recipes. And the 24-hour delay, that's kind of a little horrible. I mean, you shouldn't have to wait like 24 hours to learn new recipes. I think hard work should directly transcend into learning more recipes and making more money. So perhaps you know like the Tavern quests, which are like in the game right now in your garrison. Those quests kind of tell you to go into one of the dungeons to obtain a certain item, but maybe there's like a bonus boss you have to defeat to make it a bit more challenging, and a bit of story behind it. And perhaps there's like about 3 of these quests you have to do, and there you go, you learn all of these recipes, and you get the quest from someone, and you have to help him out in order to, like, you know, earn his respect, for him to teach you the new recipes of the new land that you're in, whether it's Draenor or whatever this new land in Legion's going to be. But anyway, lads, just a few of my thoughts. Probably flawed in quite a lot of ways, but just any idea is really flawed. But you know, grinding and leveling and all that, it's just, I don't think it's needed anymore. You know, you can make it an immersive and story-focused experience to make leveling professions enjoyable, or you can implement a catch-up system where there's something you can craft endlessly into the earth, with mats that are fairly easy to obtain, and then that just levels it up for you. Or perhaps as an item you can earn some way with gold to just level your professions up, you know. But anyway, my name is the Metagoblin, and to my next video, ciao.